What's up, guys? So today it's going to be another battery deal, but here's a deal that's different. It's not mine. I am stealing my neighbor's tractor battery because he lets me use the tractor sometimes, and when we had a big snow last month, I couldn't get it started. I had to jump it off. So without telling him, I'm going to go ahead and take his battery, going to recondition it for him, and then I'm going to put it back without letting him know. I'm sure he probably knows because it's dead every time he goes to do it. But anyways, we're going to do it for him as just a thank you, and I'll document the process. Here we go. So here's the tractor we're using, or going to be doing it on today. It is a Kubota, and the neighbor did that, not me. But anyways, so here's the tractor. We're going to pop the hood, get the battery out, and then we're going to throw it on that DC welder to recondition it, top off the cells with distilled water, you know, the typical process. All right, there's the battery. Gonna get a couple of wrenches to pull that stuff, this bracket off here, get the positive negative off there, and then we're gonna take it and recondition it. First stage of the process, charge it up fully, and then we'll load test it. All right, guys, here we go. Battery is topped off to 100%. Gonna hook the tester, the load meter to it, and we're showing 13.8, 13.7 volts. All right, let's do a close up here. Let's pull it down here. I see we're at 8.5 volts at 350, 60 amps. So that is a touch shy shorter than what it's supposed to be. Cold cranking amp is 580, cranking amp is 710. So let's see if we can benefit this battery. I have the DC welder all hooked up. Positive, negative, it's plugged in. So because this has a seal cap on it, we're going to run it a little lower than we would normally, just for boil out and all that fun stuff. They're not building up a ton of pressure, so I'm going to run it about 60 for the 5 minutes. So we're going to do 5-minute intervals, 5 minutes of DC welder, and then we're going to top it off with the charger, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until, I don't know, we decide what's going to happen. So yeah, here we go. I've had a few people ask me what's the voltage being put out by the DC welder, and so I'm going to hook up my multimeter and do a voltage check on it just to give everybody that information. All right, here we go. Positive to positive, negative to negative. Let's see what that voltage money is. 18.4 volts DC. If I crank that up to 82, it's 18.6. Not a big difference. All right, so round one is over with the welder, topping her off, and then we're gonna go to round two. All right, guys, welcome back to the battery reconditioning of my neighbor's Kubota battery. So I've run about 5 or 6 cycles through it. I've charged it every time in between, and so I want to just do a quick load test on it because I want to see if we're getting any benefit progressively before I just continue this process, because I want to do this about maybe 5 or 10 more 5-minute cycles, and I just want to go ahead and check to see what progress we have. So watch this. All right, guys, here we go. We're at 13 volts. And let's see what kind of current we can pull out of this battery. Well, 420 from 360. So we got 420. All right, well, that's kind of impressive. So just to recap real quick, what I've done today is I've charged it, and then I've put the DC welder on it, and what I've done is 5-minute cycles of the DC welder, and then when I'm done with that, I'll charge it up, top it off, and then just keep running that cycle, varying the output of the DC welder. Typically I increase it as I go, And that's basically what I did today, not getting past 100 on this one. So here we go with the load test. All right, here is the final test on the battery. We're going to do a load test on it real quick and see if we had any progress today. All right, here goes nothing. Looks like we're at 13.8-ish volts. And $445. So that's gonna be a wrap on this video. Like, subscribe. Appreciate you watching this. Appreciate your projects. It looks like we gained 100, maybe a little more amps when we did the load testing. The voltage was quite a bit higher, and so hey, that's a success to me. I'm gonna hook it back in the tractor, and then there we go. He can have his tractor back.